radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
You are listening to INCRadio. What's up, everyone? It's a new week. You are tuned in to your favorite show at this time of the hour, INCRadio's Faith and Melody, where we have meaningful conversations about our faith as members of the Church of Christ and listen to inspiring INC original music. Good day, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's having a great day, a great week, and all enjoying life. And we're so excited to have you join us today, where today our topic is on readiness to help. We're talking about what it takes to be ready to offer support and kindness and the role that self-care plays. We're excited for you to join us to share your insights. So let's get this show started. Sit back, relax, grab your tea, your coffee, your water, whatever it might be. Let's listen to the first song on our playlist, the INC original music titled Shine.
We come from all over the world for God's love as friends. We're all brothers and sisters, we're INC. You and me, together we're strong in unity. With one voice we praise our Father, for we're INC. Lift your voice, O daughter of Zion, praise our Father up above. Lift your torch of salvation, shine as bright as the sun. Come on, let's shine, shine, shine. Come on, let's shine, shine, shine. We are members of God's true nation, members of the Church of Christ. Our God sent a messenger for His will to be done, so that we'll receive salvation and eternal life. Stand up and defend the faith, whatever may come. Let God's words live in us for INC. Lift your voice, O daughter of Zion, praise our Father up above. Lift your torch of salvation, shine as bright as the sun. Come on, let's shine, shine, shine. Come on, let's shine, shine, shine. Don't be afraid to take the baby steps. It's another day, don't forget God's just a prayer away. Don't give up now, trust the process and keep learning. And if you need a friend, we're in this together, together, together. We're in this together, together, together. We're in this together, together, together. Together as a family in faith and melody.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone that's tuned in right now. Welcome, welcome everyone to INC Radio's Faith and Melody. Again, the program where we have meaningful conversations about our faith inside the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ and listen to INC original music. Hopefully our opening song got everyone happy and excited, ready to shine, right? Ready to shine as lights. And again, we also want to greet everyone that's tuning in with us live on our broadcast right now, especially those that may be tuning in from the Philippines. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, magandang umaga, tanghali at gabi sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay. I think my Tagalog is getting a little bit faster and a little bit better. There you go. But whether you're tuned in again, live or on the replay, welcome to today's episode where our topic is about readiness to help. I'm one of your hosts for today's broadcast, your Kuya J Esperanza, broadcasting all the way from the land down under here in the District of Australia West.
And I am Sister Arabelle Celestino coming all the way from London, United Kingdom. And I'll be one of your co-hosts for today.
Yes, I know our Ate Belle is, you can probably tell from her voice, she's a little bit under the weather, but she's still here with us. So we really, really, truly appreciate that. We're very thankful Ate Belle is there, but she's also going to be helping out a lot there in live chat. So she'll be chatting to every one of you. If you're tuning in with us live, drop your comments and any greetings that you have, and of course, any song requests. And just for those who are first-time viewers of INC Radio's Faith and Melody, what do you expect from, or what can you expect from today's show? Of course, we have our icebreaker segment coming up before we get into our topic discussion. We also have a curated selection of INC original music to play for you. But if you do have your song request of any INC original music, let us know and we will play that on our Faith and Melody Heartbeats, our segment for your requested songs. So make sure you let us know in the live chat any songs that you want us to play during our broadcast for today. We'll do our best to get them played today, or if not, during the week here on Faith and Melody. And of course, our topic discussion later and our verse of the week for this week here on Faith and Melody. So make sure you tune into that. A quick shout out as well for everyone that's tuning in right now live. You're probably watching us on our YouTube channel, INC Radio, DZEM 954. But if you are watching this, the replay, or you're listening to us on air on our replay episodes, we do invite everyone to also tune in with us live here on the YouTube channel of INC Radio. And you can join our discussions. I can see a few of our family, our Ohana, there in our live chat, dropping their greetings, saying hello to us. So make sure you join us live as well throughout the week. That is for those in the US, that's 9 a.m. Pacific time, Pacific Daylight Time, Monday to Fridays. But for those of us from the Philippines, thank you so much for your puyat. But we do air on the Philippines Tuesday to Friday, 12:01 a.m. Philippine Standard Time. We do encourage everyone to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever the different programs and shows here on INC Radio are live, which is pretty much all throughout the day. And while you're there, everyone that's tuning in right now as well, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, give us a like. There's a like button there that you can hit. So make sure that you smash that like button so that people know that we're live right now, and we can hopefully get more people into the show and joining us in our broadcast for today. And with that, I think it's time for us to break the ice so that before we get into our topic discussion, it's time for our icebreaker. Kuya Nico, Kuya Irene, our bumper, please.
Icebreaker.
There you go. And with that, I just want to give a chance to also introduce one of our Ohana. I forgot to introduce him earlier, but one of our Ohana that's just joined, that's also here on the panel with us. You see him in other days here on Faith and Melody as well. Kuya Stan. Hello, Kuya. How are you?
Hi, Kuya Jay. Hi, Ate Arabelle there. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers of INCradio Faith and Melody. Of course, it's your Kuya Stan here from the district of Calgary, Canada. And um, happy Monday to all of you po. Or Tuesday na po dyan sa Pilipinas. Kaya maraming salamat po sa inyo pong pagsubaybay sa atin ngayong pong araw na ito. Ayan.
Yes, we're very excited to have Kuya Stan here with us. And of course, this part, just to break the ice on our icebreaker, we're talking about what's your top three. Your top three. We have a couple of categories. I'll have Ate Bell to post it there in the live chat. But the first one is what's your top three favorite foods? Now, foods is one of those topics that we always love to talk about. We kind of get distracted whenever we talk about food. But for everyone there that's tuned in with us live right now, what's your top three favorite foods? Let us know in the live chat before. And as you're typing that, let's give everyone there that's saying hello to us a quick shout out, right? So, uh, our first honor. So Kuya Nathan, Kuya Nathaniel Russell from South Central State Satellite Studio, if I'm not mistaken, he said there's second, his second commenter, but it's actually technically first because we don't count ourselves, Kuya Nathan. So technically, you're the first commenter in our live chat. So again, thank you for always supporting our broadcast. And there's the Kuya Nathan is there in our live chat. He's saying he's greeting each and every one of us. Kuya Mario Oka is there as well from the Philippines. Good midnight here in the Philippines. Enjoy watching. Greetings from the locale of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. So magandang gabi. Tanghali? Wait, no. Magandang midnight, Kuya Mario. Maraming salamat for your puyat for staying up with us. There, Ka Elizabeth de Guzman is there saying happy viewing, mga kapatid. Greetings from Central Europe, from Dortmund in Central Europe. So thank you for tuning in. I actually don't know. Kristan, do you know any greetings from the Central Europe area? Right? I'm not
Well, I
sure.
know only German. So guten Abend or good evening there for our
Yes.
all of our German brethren there po.
Well, there you go. And also to Ka Vicky Demopoy, tuning in always. Good afternoon from Sister Vicky from London, District of Great Britain. Happy Monday to all our brethren around the world. And she's saying hello to all of us here in the panel and also to our Kuya Tex, our Kuya Nico, and Kuya Irene there in the main studio and everyone there in live chat. So Ka Vicky, thank you so much for always supporting INC Radio and Faith and Melody. We've also got Ate Bell is there in the live chat. Manong Delmar is there. Aloha, Manong Delmar. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's early. Greetings from the locale of Wailuku, District of Hawaii Pacific. And for everyone that's tuning in as well, Mario Calvello saying hello to us. Hello, Mario from the locale of Berlin. So, wow, thank you for tuning in as well. So we're doing our icebreaker right now. Let us know what would you consider your top three favorite foods? And Kuya Stan, coming from with a background, and a quick shout out as well to Camille V. Tamayo, that's there in live chat, already putting in her answers. Before we read those out, Kuya Stan, coming from the whole culinary, well, food, food background, what's your top three favorite foods, Kuya?
Well, my top three favorite foods, of course, for me, one would be um, sinigang. So any sinigang, it's always good. The sour tamarind soup. I but my favorite type of sinigang is those sinigang that has the pork belly. Those are the really good
Oh,
ones.
yes, 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 yes.
Yes. So second one for me would be chicken wings. Actually, I love chicken wings. So I do like fried chicken wings. That's what I love as well. And last one, ramen. Ramen is one of my favorites as well. Favorite foods there as well. Because I get to do my own ramen too. So it's a good Good
I
experience.
was I was gonna ask us like ramen and also sinigang are my favorite foods also. But when it comes to sinigang, do you like it extra maasim? Is that the word?
Yes, extra
Extra
sour and a
extra
little bit
sour?
spicy. Kuya, for me. A
Oh,
little,
spicy.
yes.
Yeah, I remember in one of our shows, again, we got distracted with food in that episode a little bit. Was it our executive producer, Ate Des? Did she mention something about putting ketchup in sinigang? Was that
Yes. That's a recall from the a former episode too. Yes.
sinigang?
I actually
Ketchup and
tried
sinigang.
I actually tried that in the place for tomatoes. It's actually it was good. So I Tita Des, thank you so much, bro, for that. But also Kuya, for sinigang, I tried a instead of the the normal taro, they use ube. So there's ube sinigang as well. So it has
Oh, okay.
that purple color on the sinigang, but you still get that sweet, a little bit sweet of that taro as well. So it's a really good, nice and delicious um, food. I'm getting hungry, Kuya, with
I know, I know.
with this
Uh,
category.
these categories always makes us hungry, especially those in the Philippines where it's that time of it's like past midnight already. How about Ate Bell? Let's see if we can hear from Ate Bell. What's her three favorite foods? I know she has a background, or she grew up a lot in Italy, right? So I'm just wondering if a lot of her favorite foods are Italian. But go ahead, Ate Bell. What would you say your top three foods are?
My top three is, yes, pasta and ice cream or gelato and sinigang. But I also like chicken nuggets, so I've got top four, top four favorite foods. But yes, I mean pasta wise, because there's a lot of like different type of pastas and type of like shapes of pasta as well. But like in general, like I like seafood pasta or carbonara. Both are really good, but I don't mind any pasta. And sinigang, I also like pork sinigang. That's really nice. That's what my mom usually cooks. And yeah, and gelato. That's I can like, for example, especially when it's really hot. I still eat, like I eat a lot of ice cream, and but even if it's like winter, my mom still buys ice cream, so it's like an all rounder type of, like all year rounder type of thing,
Well,
no
that's
matter what
true.
the weather is.
And maybe I can ask Atibel to help us out a little bit in the some of the responses from our live chat. Really quickly, Kuya Nathan says barbecue, Tex-Mex, and anything deep fried that you can buy from a gas station in Louisiana. So there you go. If you're around Louisiana in the States, anything deep fried is apparently really good there. But that's Kuya Nathan's top three favorite foods. Our Ate Melvi Tamayo says pizza, sinigang and ramen and anything spicy. So that's pretty much a combination of us here on the panel. Pizza, sinigang, and ramen and anything spicy. I think you can also get spicy chicken nuggets at the Bell. I don't know if you like spicy. Do you like spicy food?
Yes, it's really nice, but maybe not too spicy. Just the
Yeah.
right
Well,
amount of spicy.
the right amount of spicy. Well, Mario Calvello says, I love spicy beef sinigang as well. So there's more spice. There's a lot of spice that's there in our life chat. They like the spicy food. But is there, and he also says, Mario says, I really like kare kare. Kare kare, that's another favorite, right? When it comes to food. Any others, Atibel, from our live chat?
We have Sister Vicky Dumopoy saying sinigang, any kind of sinigang, pakbet, and adobo. It's all Filipino food. They're all nice. And let's see. I think that's that for now. Um, oh, Ka Melvi Tamayo said, I have yet to try ketchup on sinigang. Me as well. I've never tried it. It's something
I've
new to
never
me.
tried it either, but it came up in one of the discussions. But I think this category is making us all hungry. But yes, quick shout out to everyone there. Ate Tony is there as well in live chat. And Capricilla Batan is there as well, greeting us from watching from Rizal there from the in the Philippines. So thank you so much for tuning in. But yes, let's move on to the next category because this one is making us really hungry. So next one, what's your top three nicest thing to do? Nicest thing you do for a friend. Did I read that right? What's your top three nicest thing you do for a friend? Okay. So what would it be? Like maybe it's something that you want to do or something that you've done before, like what you would consider a nice gesture, nice thing to do for a friend. Since we're talking about readiness to help later on in our topic, Kia Stan, what would you say your top three is?
Most of my examples are actually food related anyway. But
We're
for
back
me,
to food.
usually I buy them coffee or tea. That's my first one. Second one, I cook for them. So personally cook for them. And then three, I get food delivery for them as well. So, um,
Wow.
I tend to be the type of giver in terms of food. So now you know. Just in case.
I like the cooking one for them. So at least you know you can cook them something that they like. But
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that. How about you, Atibel? What's your top three nice things to do for a friend?
Um, I like to write like little notes or like cards for my friends, and like when you're in a group and someone needs to tie their shoe, I like to be the one friend that waits for them,
Oh,
and
I thought you were gonna say that you're like the one friend that ties their shoes for them.
oh no,
No?
I mean
Oh,
I
okay.
could,
So you
but
wait for them. You wait for them to tie their shoes. Okay. You don't just
yeah,
keep on walking.
no. But what I've done lately, like when I come over my friend's house, I just like help out in the kitchen. Like sometimes we make food together. So yeah, that's one of the things that I like to do as well. Like for example, when I'm with my friend, like at a friend's house, and one of my brothers, like I usually cook for them as well, like pizza. Like that's easy. But I usually like cook for them. But yeah, that's that's that.
I
What
like
about
that.
you, PJ?
Oh, you're gonna ask me as well. For me, well, it's similar to Kuya Stance actually. So like some sort of beverage. So it's either like tea or like a bubble kind of bubble tea or usually coffee, right? Buying that for someone. I'm not much of a cook. I'm not much of a cook, but I do. I think it's easy, kind of like easy to uh, do like one of those deliveries where you just order it for them and it gets delivered direct to their door, right? But another nice thing that I've thought of is when you know their favorite snack and you wait for them to not to run out of that snack and you get them the snack that they want and he goes like here right, so if you know that their snack is like ube pandesal or something like that and you give them, you bring over a pack of ube pandesal or donuts or something, yeah, again I think it's a lot of food related stuff. That's a nice thing to do that I try to do for a friend. But in our live chat I can see a few of our answers there in live chat. So Ate Tony Rose Valenzuela, one of our Ohana there as well, saying one of her three things: cards and letters, or cards or letters, food, and the third one, getting them something I know they need or want. Ate Tony, I need a new camera. Um, I don't know if that helps, but yeah, well, there you go. So that's for Ate Tony. I like that. Um, Kuya Nathan, I would secretly have gifts delivered to them. Now I'm just wondering with that one, Kuya Nathan, when you said I would secretly have gifts delivered to them, like would they know at all that it came from you, or it'll be totally anonymous and they would just receive a gift from a stranger? I'm curious. I'm curious. Nicest thing I did to my friends is from Mario Calvello. I invited them to attend a Bible study. Yes, like very true, right? That's a nice thing to do as well for a friend, because especially for those who might be seeking that, right? They really need that. So inviting them to Bible study is definitely a nice thing to do. Kaviki Demopoy, I will bring him or her a cup of coffee, or eating pancakes as well, and go for window shopping lang, right? Window shopping lang. Not shopping, window shopping. And then Kamario also added after the Bible study, I cooked dinner for them. That's nice. Kuya Jordan is saying good morning to us. So good morning, Kuya Jordan. And Kamelvi Tamayo, check up on them and keep in touch. Be the first one to greet them on their birthday and do surprise visits and bring them food. I like those things. I like those nice things to do. So we're gonna move on to the last one. All right, let's do the last one here at the bell. What's your top three favorite INC or Iglesia Ni Cristo event or activity? Because we have a lot. We have a lot of different church events, like Iglesia Ni Cristo or Church of Christ events that we do, activities, celebrations, right? What would you say is your top three? Like if you had to choose your top three, and I know this probably a bit of a difficult one, but could you stand? What would you say your top three favorite INC events or activity would be?
I mean, Kuya J, all of them are my favorite. Every activity is my favorite. Being launched by the church administration. But if I were to say three, this is not in order, but one of them would be Unity games. You get to play sports and play friendly competition with other brethren as well. So much fun. Second for me, and this was very recent, band together. To be able to perform as one of the vocalists for one of our bands here, it was so much fun. So therefore, band together would be my second, and then third would be INC giving. So INC giving would be one of my favorites as well. Activities, giving your time for the community.
I like that, especially Unity games. We just also had our Unity games last week, 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And yeah, it's really, really fun because not just do you get to have fun playing sports with with all of our brothers and sisters in the faith, but we also get to catch up with our other friends from other states and from other locales and even from, faraway places that we don't normally get to catch up with in person just because of how busy life is. But it's nice to have that activity. How about you, at the bell? What would you say your top three INC events or activities are?
For me is INC concert because for our 50th anniversary, there was a big concert that we held back in September 2023, and it was uh, one of the biggest that I've experienced so far, and it was really fun, and it was a great blessing because everyone, not only from the UK, were able to perform with us during that, and I also like sports, so Unity Games and EVM Cup, and um, we've had this every year, so I like Care for Humanity as well. And not only we're able like because not only I'm able to uh we're able to help out those in need, but I also get to share my faith. And in the latest Care for Humanity, I was also able to perform there, like as a performer, and I was able to invite two of my friends, and it was a really great experience because it was the first time as well, and yeah, they also enjoyed the activity, and they look forward to more activities like that. So it was a great blessing as well. But yes, what about you, KJ?
Yes, I'm also seeing a lot of good answers there in live chat, and it's hard, right? It's difficult to choose your top three, but I agree with the in concert ones when especially when there's like a big celebration like an anniversary of the Church of Christ or like the year end ones or anything. In concerts are fun because not only do you get to hear the musical talents of the brethren, but you also if you're part of the tech crew or even if you're just there listening, you get to catch up with everyone as well, but you also get to enjoy the performances from our brothers and sisters. Unity Games, definitely there in the list as well. And Care for Humanity, for sure, like being able to help other people is one of those. But just in live chat, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Maria De Young saying, hello to us. They're in Texas, South Central States. Just wanted to greet all the brethren all over the world. So thank you for tuning in with us, Camaria. But Tibel, can you just give us a quick read through of the comments from our live chat for this, what their favorite INC activities are?
So for brother Nathan Russell, he said we just wrapped up in cinema, which is fun. That's really nice. And then for Sister Vicky Demopoy, she said centennial celebrations, 50th in the West and 50th in Europe. So all of them are really big milestones in the church, and they were all such a great experience as well. And uh, Brother Mario Calvello said INC giving, Unity Games, and Book Club Night po. And yes, I think that's that so far. And hopefully, all of you there in live chat, Ohana, are able to continue dropping your comments, especially during our topic discussion.
That's right. And for those who aren't aware of what buklod, the term buklod means, when Kamari says buklod night, buklod are the organization for the married members of those married members inside the Church of Christ. So buklod nights are also fun if you're a buklod, if you're a married member of the church. But yes, before we move on to our topic discussion, we're going to take a quick musical break. This next INC original music is titled "Will Bring You Praise." So stay tuned, and Faith and Melody will be right back.
Every night I call to you, I know you hear my prayer. Every time I reach for you, my heart can feel that you care. A ray of light in the darkness, I feel the warmth of your embrace. And even in my struggles, I know you're with me, I still hear you. Voices sing to your Father, with true devotion in our souls. We sing with love and undying faith. Only with you our hearts alone. Oh Father, we need you. Take our hands and lead the way. Remind us that each sacrifice will never be in vain. And each moment we sing to you will bring you praise. Indeed, this life can be so lonely and cold. With every trial that comes our way, our hearts you will uphold. My guiding light in my sadness, my comfort and my home. In serving you I find happiness. I give my life to you, Lord. My life is yours. Voices sing to your Father, with true devotion in our souls. We sing with love and undying faith. Only with you our hearts alone. Oh Father, we need you. Take our hands and lead the way. Remind us that each sacrifice will never be in vain. And voices sing to you, Father. With true devotion in our souls, we sing with love and undying faith. Only with you, our hearts are whole. Oh, Father, we need you. Take our hands and lead the way. Remind us that each sacrifice will never be in vain. And each moment we sing to you. Each moment we sing to you. Each moment we sing to you. We'll bring you praise.
Welcome back, everyone, to Faith and Melody. And we are now moving on to our topic discussion, readiness to help. Because as we know, sometimes when we are trying to offer help to someone, there's that certain pull, right? There's that certain energy that comes when we try to extend help and also trying to understand what it takes so that we can be ready when someone needs a help, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, a colleague. What does it take to be able to help someone? So to begin our conversation, we just want to quickly ask the question, how have you helped someone recently? Whether it's something big, maybe it's just something small. Like what sort of help have you given to someone recently? And it could be as simple as that holding the door open for someone as they walk through, right? That's because maybe their hands are full. That's showing some help to someone. So we'd love to hear your thoughts. So if you're watching us live, let us know in the live chat and share with us your insights and thoughts on this, on how you've helped someone recently, and maybe share with us the experience and the reason why you helped them. But Kuya Stan, to hear from you first, is there any examples on you helping anyone in the past week or so?
Yes, actually, it was 3 or 4 days ago now. When so during a rush hour commuting, actually, so the train was really full. So it was we were jam packed, shoulder to shoulder. Um, and there was this. So basically, when we were traveling and we were commuting to our destination, um, there was this a stop, and then there was an elderly passenger as well. And it's already jam packed. It's already like full in the train, but we sacrificed our seats and even where we were standing just to let the elderly passenger come onto the train and be able to board the train. And even some strangers too actually wait outside and wait for the next train, um, so that they would give the elderly passengers some space as well. So it those are the recent example that I've had, and I was there too to witness it. To we all stand up, I mean, for the elderly passenger, so that she could be able to sit down and be comfortable during the travel. So yeah, that was the most recent experience that I have helped someone recently.
Do you have would you be able to like sort of take a guess on like why not only you but also others made way and I guess in a way sacrifice their time to be able to put the give the elderly passenger a seat and also I guess just wait for the next train, right? They all sort of like step back and just made space for them. Like what's the reason? Like what moved you to do that?
What moved me to meet Kuya is because well, for me, right, we were taught and we were reminded in the Church of Christ, through our doctrines, Christian values as well, that we to be kind to one another, right? So to share that love to one another, share that care. By sharing is caring, as we discussed, right, as we mentioned before in the show. um, all of our values reflect on what our actions will be. So even though that you know, these strangers were don't know the person or don't know the elderly passenger, out of their way, out of their loving concern for that, passenger, they also sacrifice their seats. And it's like a domino effect too. When one person does it, everybody starts doing it as well. Because
Yeah.
right, and it's such a great endeavor, and it's such a humbling experience as well. To see other people too, are being kind to each other and to one another.
It's like you're working together as well,
Exactly.
right? It's not just like, oh, one person, but when you see other people doing acts of kindness and helping someone, it's kind of, it moves, it's like something that moves other people when they see it, right? It
Yes.
moves them. Kind
Hmm.
of like a yawn, but not really like a yawn. You know, like when you see somebody yawn and it makes you want to yawn as well. But not like that. It's got, better actual value out of it. But I get that. That's so cool. How about you, Atibel? Have you got any examples on how you've helped someone recently?
Um, I think it was like last week, and I was walking on my way home, if I'm not mistaken, and this random guy that walked walked to me, and was like, "Oh, do you recommend any good place to eat around here?" And I was like caught off guard because like it was such a random question, but I still gave him an honest answer, and I recommended one or two places, and then uh yeah, like he said, "Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much." And he went like on his own way, but uh yeah, I mean, the fact that I was able to help him somehow. I thought like he was asking for directions at first, but he asked for like a good place to eat at. um, I mean, he was really happy about it. So yeah, I'm glad that I was able to help him somehow. I don't know if he actually went to the places that I recommended, but yeah. I mean, it was such a random encounter, but at least I was able to help him somehow. I feel like it's in the little things that we're able to also make someone stay.
No, that's
And
true. That's true. The
it
little things count. They do.
and it takes a lot of courage to ask like a stranger or a random person on the street, "Oh, do you recommend any like good places?" So I'll give that to him because, for example, my younger sister Ariane, when we're out together, she always asks me to order for her or ask something for her. So I know that it takes a lot of courage to go to someone and ask for such a like favor or question. So yeah, I'm glad that I was able to help him somehow.
Yeah, you were the voice for Ariane, right?
Yeah.
You gave her voice because she was a bit shy. I like that, but it's very true. I mean, like I like all those. There's also like apps and websites where they recommend certain things and even review pages. You know, those sites where they review um, gear and technology before you buy them, right? It gives you an idea first from their perspective what they thought about it. So in a way, they're helping, right? They're creating value and they're helping other people by what they're providing out there. And that's why you just got to do your due diligence and make sure that it's like everyone's saying something similar to that. For me, one of the things that I've done, and I think it all boils down to also the time that you spend, is that not going into too much detail, but I have a friend who is studying for a very important exam coming up right now, and they find it difficult to, I guess, have that self-study motivation when they're just by themselves. So, just having the ability to like be there, even on like on a video call or something like that, just so that they can say, oh, because Kuya J is there, then I'll try and study this many parts before, for my exam. Kind of just like that extra motivation, just, to help a friend out. It's like going, just feeling a little bit more motivated to study. Just having your friends there, kind of like a study group, like a virtual study group. Have you ever had that when you were like in high school and you're preparing for an exam? It's hard to study by yourself, But when you have a group of friends and you're all sort of like doing work together, even though they might be all from different exams or different things, if you're just sitting around together and you're sort of studying together, it gives you that extra motivation that you need. Ate Tony is there in the live chat as well, and she's sharing something with this. She says, I think the best help I give is being a listening ear. Everywhere else, I'm out of stuff to give. And yeah, so there you go. I think she knows who the friend is that I'm talking about. But there you go. It's like just being also giving your time to someone that just needs to vent their frustrations or whatever challenges that they're going through. Being a listening ear is also a way to help someone because you're not only giving a chance to speak, but you're kind of like a platform for them to just listen to. And you don't even have to give them any advice. Just being the listening ear is more than enough because you're giving them your time. And they always say that time is a very precious commodity, like a very limited commodity. So they always say that time is worth like gold, right? So that's one way to help someone. It's just being there to help them in some way, whether that's yeah, giving them time to listen, or just telling them your stories, or sharing their experiences, or just talking about their day or their week so far over a cup of coffee, right? That's always a great way. But the next thing that I wanted to ask is, amongst the times that we've helped people, can you share any observations you've had from the experiences you've had of helping others? Sometimes we help people and other people that we think need help, right? So, what have you observed when it comes to your experiences of helping other people? Let me start just so give everyone a chance to collect their thoughts on this one. And even our live chat, our Ohana there in live chat. Good morning to our Ate Carolyn Shank that's just greeted us there in live chat. But yes, we'd love to hear if you there's any observations you've come across when it comes to experience of helping other people. One for me that comes to helping other people is that you help them to give them support but not to fix their problem. And if I just explain that a little bit, it's like when people are needing help with something, it's not you, like for me, I feel like it's not you going to give them the solutions to their problems, but you're there to give them encouragement, to give them support, to give them some extra motivation, or to cheer them on, right? To give them that cheer that they'll be able to handle it, they'll be able to get through it, and you're there to support them, just to let them know that they're not alone. I think is one of the things that I've observed when it comes to helping other people. You're not there to fix their problem. You're not there to do whatever it is that they need to do. You're there to give them support, right? So, for example, like for one of the things that I've helped with recently, my parents had to move. They had to move homes, right? They had to move houses. And obviously, one of the people that they call on is their son. They're very handsome guy, handsome son, you Jay. And then they said, "Can you help us move?" And it's not about us being there to pack everything for them. We're there to also to just help them, right? We do the best that we can to be able to help those who need help. To whether it's a friend that needs help moving house, whether it's your parents, we just help them. But we also try to help them to learn whatever it is as well. So they might not be able to handle everything themselves, but we're just there to give that extra support. How about you, Kuya Stan? Have you observed anything from past experiences of helping other people?
Oh, many times, Kuya. And the one that's really common, that's always consistent um, in terms of like observations that from experiences of, helping others, is you don't know what impact it will give to them, and because we don't know what they're going through, or what their situation is, or what their challenges is. But when we help them, it's such a huge impact, and it's a huge role to what you've done to them. And it's um, for me, like, it's always an eye-opening experience when I help somebody go through that challenge, or go through that situation, that whatever it may be. But um you see the impact, and you see how your helpful action um, leads to that, beneficial, and like the other results uh, in the future. So it's it's such a eye-opening experience. I'll just leave it at that.
That's very true, because I can speak from the opposite side of the coin. When people have helped me when I'm going through something challenging or difficult, and somebody's reached out to give their help, say, "Hey, I know you're working on this. Can I help you just by doing this part? Right? Can I help you with this particular part? Can I help you with that? Right? Or maybe let me just send you this link and uh, it'll help you with this particular problem, and maybe this what this guy is saying or what this person is saying, maybe this song will give you some inspiration, or maybe this verse of the week will give you some encouragement with what you're going through. All those little things, I get that. Even like the simplest little thing that you can give to someone to help them, to support them, to show that they're not alone, it's huge, right? It's a very huge impact onto the other person that definitely needs it. Ate Bell, just really quickly for you before we take a quick break. Is there anything that you want to share in terms of like what you've observed when it comes to helping other people?
I agree with both of what you and Brother Stan just shared. And yes, it's in the little things, and we never know what's happening behind someone's door. And it's the intention of helping them, or just the thought of it, that helps them as well. It doesn't matter like whatever you can or cannot do for them, but as long as you're there, uh, like that already makes a great improvement on their side. And yes, not only it helps Ben, but it also helps you, because you know that you did something good. And as Christians, it's also important that we continue to do good, especially when someone needs it. And yes, uh, being kind and genuine, it comes with like pure intentions as well. So as long as we are intentional with our help and support, then we are able to help the other person as well.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And it's just the whole thought of it, just knowing that you're not alone, having a friend by your side, even if they're not by your side, but even virtually or like whatever way that they can. It just, I don't know, it just gives you that extra encouragement when you're going through something difficult, right? Or something maybe not so hard, but just knowing that you've got some people that's there that loves you and that cares for you. And that's there to saying like, I'm there to support you 100%. That's very, very encouraging to hear and to know. One other thing I just thought of as well when it comes to helping other people is that they need to be able to also like you're there to support them, but you're not there to do the work for them. As just to what I just wanted to add on to that is that you can bring them along and give them the support that they need, but they need to take the actions themselves, right? We're not there to take on their problems. We're there to support them through it. So that's just one other thing that I just remembered is that we're not there to do the work for them or to because we have our own problems too, right? And I just wanted to also read like what Tony said here. Don't always assume what people need. Ask how you can help or how they want to be helped. That's very true. It's like part of the whole communication, learning to communicate with each other. Is that don't try to read minds or just don't try to assume that you know what's best for them. Just ask. Ask the questions like, how can I help you? If I did this, will that help you? Right? That's probably a nicer way to do it. If I did this part, or if I gave you some recommendations on where you want to eat, or if I brought you some snacks, will that help you with whatever you need to do? And quick shout out to Ka Ivan Kiloy that's there greeting us as well from the local congregation of Portsmouth in the ecclesiastical district of Great Britain. Thank you so much, Brother Ivan, for tuning in with us. But before we continue on our discussion, we're going to take a quick musical break. So again, live chat. If you're watching us live right now, if you have any INC original music songs that you want to request, let us know there in the live chat section. But we're going to move on to our Faith and Melody Heartbeats, our requested songs. This one has been requested before, and it's actually one of my favorite songs as well. So kind of like requested by me also. But this INC original music for our Faith and Melody Heartbeats is titled Ama Kami Ay Sa Iyo Pa Rin. This is performed by Sister Chloe De Rojas and the Luzon Youth Choir during the FYM 138 concert. So, Kuya Tech, Kuya Nico, take it away.
Your requested song, our favorites, Faith and Melody Heartbeats.
Mula pa sa aming pagkabata hanggang sa kami ganap na nakauunawa, tinuruan na sa'yo ay manalangin, sumampalatayang lubos sa'yo magagawa. Namamalagi ang aming pagmamahal habang naglilingkod at nagpapagal. Pagsunod sa puso'y iniukit, pananampalataya ay hindi pagpapalit. Sa'yo, Ama, aming dalangin, nawaing
requested song, our favorites, Faith and Melody Heartbeats.
Welcome back, everyone, to Faith and Melody. And again, that song, that beautiful song that we just listened to was Ama Kami Ay Sa Iyo Pa Rin. And if you want to listen to more INC original music covers such as those, you can always check out the Iglesia Ni Cristo Production Company YouTube channel. But also, we have the INC Original Music YouTube channel where we have all the different INC original music songs. They're even sorted in genres and even in albums. So if you like to listen to your workout music type of songs that we have, rap or hip hop, the classical songs, or even the Kilig love songs that we have as here in the Iglesia Ni Cristo, then yeah, make sure that you check out our INC Original Music YouTube channel. You could also download the INC playlist mobile app on your mobile iOS and Android stores. And with that, we're going to continue on with our topic about readiness to help. Like just earlier, we were talking about, kind of like the reasons why we help people and also the observations when it comes to helping our friends, our families, our loved ones, those who are close to us. But when it comes to helping, we also know that we ourselves need help. And we also have our own challenges, our own problems that we go through, but we try to also do our best to help others when they need it, right? It's important that we do. Even though we might be going through something ourselves, we still try to help in whatever way that we can to someone, to show kindness to someone. And it's all about sharing that love and that kindness and the positivity that we receive from our almighty God to the people around us. But when we talk about that also, how important is it when we talk about one of the things that they always say is self-care is important. So we want to ask everyone, would you agree that self-care improves, right? It improves your readiness to help others. Would you agree with that? Kuya Stan, how about you? Would you agree that self-care is something that can improve your readiness to help other people?
Oh yes, Kuya. I agree that self care improves your readiness to help because if right if you cannot take care of yourself, how can you take care of others, right? So you need to understand that you need to take care of yourself first, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need to be able to be able to help others. You need to be 100% to be able to ready to help, right? So that maybe through means of getting the energy that you needed, or even already thinking providing for them what do they need, and what can we do to be able to help them, right? So but first you need to look at yourself and examine yourself, like what am I, where do I need self-care, right? Because again, going back to what I've said earlier, it's just um, before you even help someone, you need to take care of yourself so that you can help others, right? So I totally agree that self-care improves your readiness to help others.
Would you agree that you're still able to help someone even though you haven't looked after yourself? Would you agree with that statement, Kuya Stan?
Yes, Kuya, you can still help, but it will depend on the capability that you have, right? For
Right.
example, like for me, right, there's one time that I really had a fever and I had a really bad cold, and still with all that's happening, I still help, to be able to help others. And it might not be the full capacity that I really wanted to be, to be a full of help to them, but
Mm,
it's still of help to them, even though it's little or as big, but it's still a help. So whatever effort you may do, right, it's still a big huge improvement or a big impact to them, so that uh, you're ready to help others. But
that's
yeah.
true. That's true. That's true. I actually that just reminded me as well. I know, like, especially as a parent and also as a husband, I help my family like as many times as I can. But one thing that I've noticed, I just remembered this example, was that when I had to drive my daughter and my wife to an appointment, like to one of our daughter's sessions, when I didn't get enough sleep, one of the things that happens to me when I'm really, really lacking in sleep over a couple of consecutive days, I get a headache, right? During the day, I get like a lot of headaches. And when you're trying to be in the moment, when you're trying to be mindful, and also when you're trying to, I guess, be happy or your usual happy self, it's a lot more harder when you're having a headache and things like that. I mean, like I was still able to drive, I was still able to take them there, but I feel like I wasn't at 100%. And sure, you can still help people, but if you were able to look after yourself a little bit more, not only can you help them at a higher or a greater capacity, but you can also think about it in the long run, you can help them for longer, right? Because if you don't look after your health over a long period of time, that's going to catch up to you. That especially as you get older and things like that, it's going to catch up if you don't look after what you eat, you don't look after your health, you don't look after your sleep, your all of those things are very, very important so that not only are you able to help the people right now, but you can help them in the long run, right? Especially the ones that you care for and that you're there to support, like your families and your loved ones and your close friends. So with that, oh, actually, in our live chat, just wanted to read out. Kaisco is there. Kaisco Santiago saying hello to each one of us. She says, "Yes, Paul, we need to be in great shape to help others." Very true, especially if you're moving. If you're helping a friend move, right? It's good to be in good shape to be able to help them pack up their house. Mario also shared we need to help ourselves first before the others. And he also shared here, and I kind of like, I like this comment when they were replying earlier in the first part of our discussion. Mario says there are two kinds of helping people. One is good, one is bad. There are people who really need help, and some people are asking for help, but they're just lazy. I've actually encountered a couple of people like that. Like they just like don't want to do it themselves, so they just ask for help for you to do it. But then you go, they have the capacity. There's people like that as well. So it's kind of like those things that you need to be mindful of. Maybe the help that you can give them is encouragement, right? It's like, no, you can do it. You've got it. You're so strong. I see you working out. You can do that, or whatever it might be. I see you studying hard. So it depends on the type of help. So even though there's people like that, you can help them in some way. And Kaisko also shared this observation. I like this one as well. The bond is built up, right? Helping a friend go through crisis can help him recover faster. That's very, very true. Like just knowing that somebody's there to support you and you're helping them through it, they can get through it faster, but then you also build that stronger bond and connection with each other. So with that, I just want to quickly ask when it comes to self-care, because there is some importance to being even more ready, right? Being more prepared and being able to offer help at a greater capacity if you look after yourself. What activities do you do to help you feel recharged or feel refreshed so that you can sort of like re-energize yourself to help other people? Please, that is there anything that you can share of any thing that gets you re-energized?
A way to re-energize is to relax, because sometimes we're, in this day and age, we get to be, sometimes we're stressed, we're very, let's say, very involved in our routine today, um, but take the time, take just like what I remember, I did a topic. It was, you know uh, one step at a time, right? Before, before you, how you can be recharged and feel refreshed is to, uh, just take it one step at a time. Take, like, take take it at your own pace, and treat yourself and reward yourself when you need to be rewarded, like when it comes to recognition, right? And that will help you boost not only your morale but also how you interact with others. So, uh, make yourself happy, make yourself find ways. That might be like, for example, if you want to eat out and want to eat, go for it. If you want to feel recharge and be able to refresh. So, or maybe like, even go hang out with a friend. that will help you get also recharge and be able to be refreshed, so that not only you're taking care of yourself, but you're also taking care of your friend as well, in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's very, very true. I like, one of the things that came to mind as well is like, to feel recharged, get quality sleep or get quality rest, right? Not only relaxation, but also rest is important. And it's true, like some people, they get their rest when it comes to just actually sleeping or being by themselves. And others get it through a social activity like going out for like a lunch appointment with your friends or going to see a movie with them or something in a more social environment. So I guess know what kind of like re-energizes you. Is it like going out with people or kind of just like spending a couple of hours just sort of by yourself, maybe like listening to your favorite songs, or just sort of just unwinding over a cup of coffee with your close significant other or your family and things like that. That's very, very true. How about you, Atibel? Is there anything that you like to do so that you can re-energize and recharge yourself?
Um, I like to do skincare. Like, of course, like I do it like in the morning and evening. But like, when I do my skincare in the morning, then it keeps me like, I don't know, it refreshes me, and it sets me for the day, if that makes sense. Like, because like every day we have a routine, right? And if
Yeah.
I mean, if like whenever I do it, like I feel better. And I also agree with what you guys mentioned about like rest and relaxation, because that can really go a long way. And most of the time, uh, we feel overwhelmed or sometimes even burnt out. So it's good to have those moments for you to relax or just take some good rest, because those little breaks will enable you to go further or help others in a better way as well. And yes, self care is really important, especially when it comes to our health. And yes, I do agree that when you are more like when you're at your best, you're able to give more. But that does not mean that when you are struggling, that you can't help them.
Mm.
You can still help them, but yes, it's better. I mean, it's not better, but it's not that. That's not what I meant. But you're able to offer more when you're at your best. So self care does play a big part in that as well.
For some reason, from what you just said, Ate Bell, the analogy of your mobile phone, your smartphone comes to mind, right? Because if your smartphone is running low on battery, or if the storage is full, right, on your smartphone, it tends to slow down. Wouldn't you agree? I don't know if you've ever had that problem. Anyone out there that's listening, where you had a smartphone and it becomes full of all these files and photos and videos that you've taken of all your food and places that you've been to and all of that. And it becomes full. Like, sure, it can still do the work that you normally could do. It could still give you that help, but it tends to slow down, right? And that's why a lot of people end up buying new phones because their current phones slow down. But then if you just recharge it, if you go through it and sort of wipe out all of the unnecessary files, all the unnecessary junk that's on there, the unused apps and things like that, it tends to help as well with how much more help your phone can give you, right? So I think with that same analogy, it's kind of similar to us. We have a battery that we need to recharge. We need to look after ourselves, get rid of all the junk, make sure that we're in a good, healthy condition. Sure, even though if we're not, we can still help. We can still, give our support to and encouragement to other people. But I feel like you can give more if you feel good, if you are healthy, if you are at a higher, if you're at the what they say, like, when you're feeling like you're at your peak, right? And you're able to offer more help to others, and it almost seems too easy to do that because you feel good yourself. So skincare, totally agree. I think about I've got don't have a similar one, but I do have a skincare as well that I do like every night. Guys, like wash your face, like brush your teeth, like just the simple basic stuff. Like you got to go through it. And because like if you feel good it's like it almost becomes second nature to do good to others because you're feeling great. Get the good sleep, eat the right type of food, stay hydrated. All of those things are important to know so that you can take care of yourself, because when you look after yourself, then you're able to help other people at a greater capacity. So, anything else? Any other ways that you guys do to help recharge? So, for me, another one, I don't think it's been mentioned yet. I don't think I've read it yet. Is exercise is also important, right? Getting the proper and enough amount of exercise so that you can stay fit. I mean, like when we say stay fit, it doesn't mean to be a bodybuilder or to be able to enter a competition or run in the Olympics or something like that, right? It's just basically staying kind of healthy, staying at a good, exercising not just your brain but exercising your heart as well, because that's what's important. Movement is important. One thing that I've noticed getting older, one thing that I've noticed is that if you stop moving, uh, that's when the aches and pain starts to come, right? So like one of the things I started it like was it February last year. Started doing a lot more exercises, not only just exercises you can do at home, but even just like walking around, going around the neighborhood, and also just stretches. Stretches are very, very helpful, right? Because as you grow up, because you tend to not have the time because you're busy with work, you're busy with the family, you're busy earning a living, and all of those other things, you kind of forget about that. And you don't have time to do the sports that you used to like to play when you were like younger. So being able to do some sort of physical activity, making sure that you're still moving, you're still active, it really helps with day-to-day things, because like you're picking up things off the floor a lot, you're putting things on the shelf a lot, you're doing all of these stuff. And if you're not exercising or maintaining that kind of movement or activity, you could get injured, right? So that's why exercise is very important, especially as you get older. Keep your bones strong in that. Stan, is there anything else that comes to mind that helps you to recharge?
I mean, as much as I love to keep. I was going to say food as well, but we might get sidetracked in the discussion. But yeah, again, there is a lot of avenues as well. It could vary to person. When it
Yes,
comes to self care. Um, but for me, like how I also one of the ways is also food in a way that healthy, like eating healthy food also helps you feel more recharged and feel refreshed, right? Instead of like, and again, you can consult your doctors with that, with the professionals. But like for me, like if I feel like not okay, I usually like either like eat soup or I like eat yogurt, those type of things that will help me um, be recharged and be able to feel like I can do more, um, like for myself. So there you go.
very true. That's very, very true. There's a lot of things out there, so make sure you consult a professional, a medical professional, when it comes to like the types of food that you, in particular, you should be eating, because everyone have their different conditions and things like that. So we're not medical experts here, but overall, we know that there are good foods and not so good foods, and foods that should be taken or eaten in moderation. So just gotta be aware of those things as well. But I think water, just drink plenty of water each day. It's very, very important. So stay hydrated as well, especially for those that's tuning in from places where it's currently summer. Because down here in Australia, it's winter right now. So for those in the summer season, definitely drink more water. But even if it's winter, make sure you stay hydrated as well, because otherwise your skin gets dry. But with that, I just want to ask Ate Bell if she could read for us the insights from our live chat, our Ohana there in live chat with this part of our discussion.
So, Mario Cavello said that we need to help ourselves first before the others, before helping others. And then Sister Isco said, yes, po, we need to be in great shape to help others, like performing like before performing our duties, we need to prepare, like eat, sleep, and reflect. And in terms of the activities that you do in terms of recharging and feeling refreshed, Brother Mario Calvello said worship services. After I attend worship service and after I performed my duties, I feel strong again. And Sister Melvi Tamayo also mentioned about exercise. So get enough rest and sleep and eat nutritious foods. And
Nutritious, nutritious
nature
food.
nutritious food. Yes.
I love that. So very, very true. Again, thank you to our Ohana there in live chat for sharing their insights. But we do have one more part to round off our discussion today. Before we get into that, let's take a quick musical break. The INC original music that we'll be listening to is titled "Always Hopeful." So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Uh-huh. When you're feeling sad and you're feeling blue, when you got problems, don't know what to do, remember we're the same, we all got troubles too. Feels like we can't escape, but God will see us through. So don't hesitate, don't put your faith to waste. Open your heart to God, it's not too late. And then you can hope for a brighter tomorrow, cause God will relieve all your hurt and your sorrow.
Sometimes what's happening is just too much to bear. The moment you wake up, problems already there. And when the evening comes, it's just too hard to sleep. I look up to the sky and then I realize I gotta pass this test. When tears come rolling down my face, I ask God for strength, I wanna win this race. But before my prayer ends, I smile, cause I know with God's help I survive. How always hopeful I am, cause God's my hope and my strength. He sees me through my troubled times and lifts me up and dries my eyes. I'm always hopeful I am, cause God's my hope and my strength. I'll never have to worry as long as He's with me. Sometimes when I look ahead, the future doesn't seem so bright, cause all that's happening in this world can truly blur my sight. But I know this is a part of my journey. I may suffer pain momentarily, and then I realize I gotta pass this test. When tears come rolling down my face, I ask God for strength, I wanna win this race. But before my prayer ends, I smile, cause I know with God's help I'm always hopeful I am, cause God's my hope and my strength. He sees me through my troubled times and lifts me up and dries my eyes. I'm always hopeful I am, cause God's my hope and my strength. I'll never have to worry as long as He's with me. I'm always hopeful, always hopeful. I'm always hopeful, always hopeful. I'm always hopeful, always hopeful.
See, my position is to face problems with optimism, cause I place my trust in God and I know that's the right decision. Staying true to my religion, but faith alone ain't sufficient. I need to obey His words and carry on in my mission. It's a treasure, I'll never surrender His commands. I'll follow, nothing's impossible with the Lord God. That's my motto, so I will defend my faith, I will defend it till the end. Cause there ain't no suffering in the New Jerusalem.
I'm so thankful for the strength you gave me. For without your love, where would I be? Lord, I'm always so focused, you're with me. I will praise your name eternally.
Welcome back, everyone, to Faith and Melody. And as we round off, as we approach the final part of our conversation today on our topic about readiness to help, just earlier we talked about the things that we can do to re energize ourselves, our own self care activities that we do to make sure that we are healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, strong as well. And of course, all of those things come because we also go through our own problems. We go through our own challenges and difficulties. And even though we do that, we are still able to help other people. We're still able to extend our support, our encouragement to others. So, this next part, we just want to ask, why is it important for us to keep helping each other, even when we have our own problems that we're going through? Like, why do we just not just say, look, I've got things that I have to deal with. I'm not going to help you today. Right? Like, why is that something that we don't do? Why is it something that we just focus on continuing to offer help whenever we possibly can? Could you stand?
For me, Kuya J, we have our own battles that we go through each day, and it might be vary to person. And it's now all the more important for us to keep helping each other, even though we have our own problems, because we're in this together. Again, as I said, we might have different battles, but we all have a same goal, is to overcome that problem, right? So
Mm.
as long as we have each other, you share that love, you share that guidance, and you share that friendship, that connection, that relationship, right? And with that, it will help you um, overcome any challenges in your life, right? And I just have to echo what Bobby Care said too on the team live chat, on the our Ohana there, and it says love conquers all, right? It does. When love is in every situation that we do, um, it helps us boost, and it will help us um, each other, even though that even on ourselves we have our own problems. And all the more we need that love. So loving is sharing, and sharing is caring, and that care will always, be forever out there, right? So keep it up.
That's true. I like that. I like that, Krista. I bet you, at Bell, like for in your thoughts, why is it important for us to keep helping other people even when we are going through our own challenges?
Because the world is already getting worse and worse. It's not getting any better. And life is hard already. And if you have a chance to do something good, why not take it? I mean, I know that we are Christians and that one of our values is to always be kind to one another and to help out, right? So, all the more we should help out in times of need, because that's where certain people start losing hope. And as lights of the world, it's important that you know we can help them in any way that we can, and especially if they ask for help, like you should be. I mean, I'm not saying that we're obliged to, but it should come from the heart and with genuine intentions as well.
One of those things that we're always taught, right? In our worship services and growing up as a Christian, and as we go through, this journey of like becoming more stronger and more mature in our faith, we understand the importance of helping our fellow man, helping our friends, our loved ones, and doing what we can whenever we possibly can to do good to those who need it. Right. That's why we have like initiatives in the church that's led by our church administration about helping those who are in need, right? And that can also translate over to our own personal lives, our own personal group of friends and people that we communicate and deal with each day. Is that we all go through challenges and problems, and just like lifting a couch, it's easier if you don't have to do it alone. Sure, you could probably do it yourself, but if you have other people, your friends, your family, your loved ones, your close ones helping you, then it just makes the load feel easier, right? So that's why it's important to do that. Like whatever, it doesn't mean that you do everything to fix that problem for that person. You're there to support them. Kind of like the beginning, the first part of our discussion for those who might be tuning in right now. It's about being there to show our love, our support, our encouragement to our friends and our loved ones, that we're there to support them, and then we back them 100%, right? And it's it's all that is pretty much all they need. Like I know that when the challenges that I've been through, is just feeling alone, right? That was what I went through. Like when I was going through my own problems, is that you kind of feel alone at that point in time. And then you realize, oh, I've got my family. Oh, I've got my siblings. Oh, I've got my friends. Oh, I've got our Almighty God, right? That is there, that I can pray to, that I can confide to. And I have people that love me and take care of. And I think that is a very important and powerful act that we can do, just to show that there are people there, that we're not alone. Because especially going through challenges, that's one of the things that people generally feel, is that they feel that there's nobody else to be there to help them. So it's important to do that, because even though the little things that you do, just buy them a cup of coffee and just ask them, how's things going? Are you doing okay? You know, is there anything that I can do to help? And just showing your support that way, it's very, very easy to let them know that you're there to help them. And vice versa, right? Because you might be going through your own problems. Wouldn't it be nice to also have somebody come back to you and say, like, hey, I'm here for you as well. Whatever challenges that you're going through, I'm also here for you. So it's nice to be able to create that bond. I think it was at the ISCO there in our Ohana, in our live chat, that shared that, like, when you're helping other people, you strengthen the bond. You build the bond and you also strengthen it when you help each other. And it's give and take. Sure, you might give your time to them, but then you'll be able to also take that time back. And one thing that I just remembered in saying that, one of the things growing up, I used to be the type of person to always, always give help. I would go out of my way to help others, and I would, go around to see, asking if people needed help. It's just like how I grew up when I was younger. And I don't know, this is another observation that I've just picked up. Being a person that was always putting themselves out there and asking for help, I didn't learn how to ask for help myself. And so that created that character of self-reliance, that, oh, I can help others, but I can also take care of myself. And I didn't learn how to ask for help. And I know I've shared this, as I grew up and problems become more difficult, challenges became more challenging. And when I was trying to learn how to ask for help, I realized that it's important that you do learn how to do that, to ask for help. Because again, some people are not, most of us are not mind readers. And most of the time, we have a really good way of hiding that we have problems, you know. But you shouldn't be shy. One thing that I've learned growing up and going through my own personal experiences is, don't be afraid to ask your friends and your loved ones for help when you need it, because sometimes maybe they don't realize, you know. And more often than not, they're they'll be more than happy to give you that kindness and that support and that encouragement that you need, just by letting them know that, hey, I need you. I need you because I'm going through this, or I'm going through these challenges or this problem. I just don't want to feel alone, right? Can you just be there for me? So that's important too. For those of us that grew up in a similar way that me, that you're always giving help, but then you don't realize it, that you don't know how to ask help yourself. Then make sure that you start learning, and just ask for the little things first, because it's important that we also learn how to ask for help as we grow up, because it makes problems easier. And with that, the next thing that I wanted to ask everyone, especially our Ohana there in live chat, is especially as members of the Church of Christ, as Iglesia Ni Cristo members, what ways can we show our readiness to help our fellow men? Right? How do we show that we are ready to help them, especially being Christian, especially as being a Church of Christ member? Why? What is one way? What is a way that we can do, that we can participate or take part in, to show that we are ready to help our fellow man. And as you're writing your answers there, and as we're all thinking of our responses, I just want to take this opportunity to also have Atibel to read out the insights from our live chat when we asked them that question about why it's important to help others even though we have our own problems. Atibel, if you could just do that for me.
Sister Isco Santiago said that because it's a teamwork, so we compensate for each other's ina- inadequate. I don't know what to pronounce that word. Sorry. Um, in
Inadequate.
Inadequacies.
inadequacies.
We're here
Thank
to
you.
help you, Ate. We're here to help you. You're doing great.
Thank you. Like during mission services, one provides the car, one provides the space, and one provides the guests. And then she also mentioned that yes, love unites us, as we mentioned earlier. And she also said that two heads are better than one, and that help stands for having empathy lifts people. And that's really inspiring. I love it. And then Brother Mario Calvela said, what we learned from the worship service that God commanded us to love and help others, and He will bless us with long life and prosperity. And Sister Melvi Tamayo said, because caring for others uh, makes us fulfilling, and when we help others, we also help ourselves. Life is more beautiful when we're surrounded by people who care about us. And Sister Care said, helping others gives us a sense of purpose, gives them hope, and showing that they are not alone. And she also mentioned that sharing your love and support is caring. Oh, yes.
I like that. But I just want to also add on to what Ate Isco shared there about her acronym for help, right? Having empathy lifts people, because I don't think we've talked about that yet. The importance of empathy. And empathy is basically, understanding the other person, right? And it's kind of like understanding where their their point of view and what challenges they're going through. To me, I see empathy as validating what they're feeling as well, right? Not just brushing it off, saying, oh, that's nothing, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. But actually listening and empathizing and validating that it's normal to maybe feel the frustration that they're feeling, feel the sadness that they're feeling, the anxiety or whatever it is. And then like, encouraging them by saying that, you're not alone, I'm here with you as well. Like empathy is a very important part of helping. Again, one of those things that I only recently learned in the, just recent couple of years. One of those things that Faith and Melody has helped me to understand more the importance of asking for help, but also the importance of understanding and being mindful of what people are going through. Empathy. I never really understood that until we have conversations like this, especially here on Faith and Melody, because that's very true, right? Empathy, empathizing, and just understanding that people go through challenges, and it's okay to say that I'm having a problem, or it's okay to say that it's difficult, right? So it don't just say that. It's not just brushing it under the rug, as they say, actually validating it. But yes, going back to our final part of our discussion, as INC members, what ways is it that we can show that we are ready to help, especially our fellow man? Kuya Stan, over to you first. Love to hear your thoughts on this one.
I love this question, and all the ways that we can show our readiness to help others is to invite. There are many ways that we can invite. And I remember there was recently when our ministerial worker, and there's one ministerial worker that said, and it struck to me about what he said. And there are ways that we can help, right? And there are three things. First, invite your friends. Invite your friends who want to, maybe like wants to help and be able to attend those activities that are being launched by the church administration. Second, invite your fellow brothers and sisters inside the church, right? Invite them as well to help and support everything that's being launched by the church administration, especially all of our activities are very timely, even now, right? And it helps us overcome whatever that may be. And most importantly, invite yourself, right? And how can you do the first two if you can't even invite yourself to be of help, right? To the activities that's being launched. So invite yourself too, to join the INC Giving. There's a lot of activities through that, like volunteering and cleaning up a park. And there's so many more avenues for that. Even Care for Humanity, helping communities, or as simple as a small act of kindness too. That's how we can show our readiness to help our fellow men. So um, invite a friend, invite your brothers and sisters, and most especially, invite yourself.
I love that advice, especially that last one about inviting yourself. That's very, very true. You got to be the first one there. Like, I think, like, what came to mind was like, don't miss the opportunity. There's an opportunity there, and you won't be able to see it or grab it if you're not even there. Right? So, definitely inviting yourself also is a great way to show our readiness, because if you're there, you're showing that you're ready. You're ready to give your time, you're ready to also help in whatever way that you can, right? There's always things that we can do to help. Now, if it's like not with the activity itself, but talking to the people, talking to the guests, right? Never miss that opportunity to do good. How about you, Atibel? What's your thoughts on this one?
Well, what Brother Stan said is a mic drop. But yes, I mean, there are many ways, like Brother Stan mentioned. But yes, I think that you should be able to show up first. That's the most important thing, because um, that not only inspires yourself because you're there and it's a church activity, but it also inspire others to say, to join, because they're gonna say, "Oh, why is she always there?" Maybe like, it creates interest and curiosity. So it's a good thing to always show up and to show interest as well in what activities there are, especially the ones that coming with the 110th anniversary, since this coming July it's our 110th anniversary for the church. And yes, I don't know what else to say because Brother Stan mentioned, like, that's already good enough.
Yeah,
But
you
yes,
give a lot of good mic drops, right?
I know, like, um um, a good way also to help others show our readiness is to show our enthusiasm in each activity, not only by showing up, because you can just be there and, like, it's just, you're just there. But if you show enthusiasm and showing that you're happy to be there and you're proactive as well, not only just there, then of course it's gonna be such a successful event, because not only you were able to attend, but you were also able to interact and engage throughout the activity.
I love that. And one of the things that came to mind for me when it comes to like sharing, because I think it was Kristan or even at the bell, it's been mentioned, is like those INC giving projects, right? The INC giving project that we do, and it was just recently relaunched again, right? This year, right? The INC giving project was relaunched, and it's basically those volunteer works that we do in the community to help our fellow man. Participating in that, like Kristan said, showing up, invite yourself first, right? And then invite your friends, your colleagues, to also participate, because those are community services that we do to help, whether it's like blood donation or cleaning up a park, cleaning up an area, volunteering at a place where you can help those who are less fortunate, even things like donations that we can offer, like especially I know here in Australia it gets really cold, not as cold as Canada, but it gets pretty cold here as well, right? And just being able to help those who are less fortunate with like coats and jackets and things like that, and being able to donate the ones that you don't use anymore if you're able to, right? We even in our locale, actually, in our locale here in Wyndham, one of the INC giving projects that we've got coming up next this coming week is actually clothes and toys donation drive, right? So being able to donate, you know, unused toys, especially for those who might have kids that have outgrown their toys so they don't play with it anymore, just being able to donate that to somebody else, to another child, and bring that, you know, that joy and happiness to another person, and teaching young children how you can bring a smile to another child's face just by, you know, yeah, sharing or donating your toys or something like that with a good cause through the INC Giving Project. It's a great way to start encouraging that mentality or that character of being able to be ready to help and give to our fellow men. You know, one of the other things that comes to mind for me is how easy it is now to be able to show that we're ready to help by sharing our faith online, right? Like with all the different social media platforms that the Church of Christ has now, like on websites and also on social media that we have, even on podcasts, even here on INC Radio, like just sharing those links. You know, I see many people sharing the the verse of the week or verses of the day. You know, they've got all of those things that they can share with the different INC original music. We've got so many great INC original music that can give encouragement and inspiration to people. And you can just simply share that, hey, check out this music that I just heard and I thought of you, right? And then you can give them encouragement. I think that shows that you're also ready to help them in some way, you know, giving that encouragement and the support. And it's as simple as two clicks of a button, right? Just clicking a link, clicking share, and then sending it to your friend or to your loved one or your, you know, your colleague, whoever it might be that needs help, right? Just sending to them, and of course inviting them to Bible studies and such. And with that, before we move on to listen as well to the final segment of our rundown for today, our verse of the week, let's just give a moment to also read. I see a couple of insights from our Ohana there in live chat regarding this part. Ate Bell, if you could help me with this, please. What our Ohana there in live chat are saying.
So, Brother Mario Calvello said that the INC giving activity is the way how we show our readiness to help others. And he also mentioned that I think it's best that we can help others. I think the best way to help others is to share our faith. And Sister Isco mentioned that how to show how to show we are ready to help by greeting, smile, praises, showing interest in what they say, then sharing our faith to help with their specific problem. And yes, that's something really important as well. The small acts of kindness, they really help not only with their problems but in how they uh, get through those problems as well.
I like that one from Ate Iska about smiling. It's important to smile because it shows that you're approachable as well. Because if your facial expression is what's that word? Simangot, right? If you're kind of like frowning, it doesn't look like you're ready to help, right? So having a smile and being happy, kind of just like the whole demeanor that we have as members of the Church of Christ, is like, you know, we're happy, we're approachable. Having that, it kind of like also shows to those around us that, you know, this person's nice, this person's approachable. I'm sure I can talk to him, right? And with that, you know, we've had a very nice discussion. We've shared a lot of our own personal experiences and insights, not only us here, Kuya Stan, myself, and Ate Bell, but also our Ohana there listening live with us in live chat. But one of the segments that we also look forward to is listening to our verse of the week, of course, read by a minister of the gospel. Our verse of the week today is titled, Do Good for God. So let's all listen to this. Kuya Nico, Kuya Irene, if you're
Hello,
ready.
everyone. If you've been feeling discouraged, perhaps even frustrated with what's happening or going on in the world, here's a Bible verse that teaches us what we should focus our time and energy on. Let's read here in the book of Matthew. The chapter is 5, and the verses are 14 and also 16. You are the light that gives light to the world. A city that is built on a hill cannot be hidden. You should be a light for other people. Live so that people will see the good things you do. Live so that people will praise your Father in heaven. Do you see? God's goal is for all people to praise Him. So, as lights or Church of Christ members, we should be kind to others by doing what is good, in other words, following God's commandments, despite the problems and chaos that's happening around us. And hopefully, as we do good to others, or through our good works, we can inspire other people to learn more about the Church of Christ and join us in the true worship of our Lord God. To our friends, we invite you, study with us here in the Church of Christ and get to know how serving our God can give purpose to your life. We hope that this Bible verse today has brought you joy and inspiration. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay faithful. God bless.
Yeah, and thank you so much for that verse of the week that we've got here on Faith and Melody this week. Very great reminders to each and every one of us. And of course, if you are listening right now and you have questions because you're not already a member of the Church of Christ, you want to know more about our faith as members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ, feel free to contact us on our many different social media platforms. But even here on INC Radio's Faith and Melody, you can email us at faithandmelody@incradio.net, and we will be able to let you know the closest local congregation that you can approach to learn more about our faith as members of the Church of Christ. And with that, I just want to give an opportunity to say thank you to each and every one of you, as well as to our Ohana there in live chat, our Kuya Stan, and our Ate Bell here as well. So just give them a chance to give any shout outs, greetings, and promotions for them. Atibel, over to you first if you've got any greetings promos.
I would like to greet my family, my mom, Ate Erica, Arian, Samsam, and Dandan. And I would also like to promote INC Radio United Kingdom. It's every Sunday at 5 p.m. British Standard Time, which is Monday, Philippine time at 12:01 a.m.
Pretty much the same time as our show, but on a Sunday.
on a Sunday.
Thank you, Atibel. Kuya Stan, over to you. Any shout outs and promos?
Thank you to everybody as well. Thank you to Kuya Jay and Ate Arabelle here for today's topic as well. And of course, to our whole Ohana, not only here on the panel, but also there on our live chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. At sa mga nakikisubaybay po sa atin, maraming salamat po sa inyo pong subaybay sa amin. At hopefully, we can see you again here po on Einstein's Faith and Melody. And I just want to promote tomorrow's topic. I'm just giving you the topic for tomorrow is growing together. Yes, and featuring children's Iron Surgical music. So stay tuned po for more Fatal Melody coming your way. And I just want to greet po my district po, the District of Calgary, Canada. I just want to also greet our district minister po, Brother Voltaire A. Timison, our assistant district minister, Brother Ali Garcia po, and to our CFO overseer, our Brother Dale Vargas, and to my resident minister worker and our DMM advisor po, Ka Johnny Adalia po. And to all the brethren and officers and even ministers and evangelical workers here in the District of Calgary, Canada, have a good morning to all of you po. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Stan. And again, just from me, just a quick thank you as well to my very beautiful, supportive wife, Sister Jem Esperanza, and to our daughter, Lena. And of course, if you are currently watching or listening to our replay episode, come join us live here on the YouTube channel of INC Radio DZEM 954 every Monday to Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Or for those in the Philippines, that's Tuesday to Friday at 12:01 a.m. Philippine time. Kuya Stan already said tomorrow's topic about growing together. It will be a lot of songs as well featuring children's INC original music. Thank you to Kuya Stan, Ate Bell, everyone there in live chat, Kuya Nico, Kuya Irene, our brothers there in the main studio, and a quick shout out to our sister Des Asenas and brother Edwin Asabuke, our overseeing minister and executive producer of Faith and Melody. And of course, a very heartfelt thanks and gratitude to our CEBSI president, CEO, and CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo, and to our executive minister of the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. The next program is Iglesia Ni Cristo and the Bible, and their topic is Whom Christ Truly Died For by Brother Ariel Evangelista and Brother Dennis Lavendino. The closing song for our show will be the INC original music, Share It with the World. I'm your Kuya J. Esperanza. We hope we've made the start of your week extra meaningful. We hope you've loved our discussion and hope you can join us again on the next episode of Faith and Melody. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now. See you
Aloha,
on the next one.
mahalo, uwiho, bye po.
Bye
Thank
bye
you.
po.
Maraming salamat po.
Lord God Almighty, oh, I praise your name. All this joy and happiness, I feel I just cannot contain.
I'm so thankful that I am among your chosen ones, and I want to share this blessing with everyone.
I feel your love, your mercy, and your grace, and it makes me wanna sing. I wanna share
and CEBSI, DZEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan, himpilan ng Iglesia ni Cristo, sumasahimpapawid mula sa Quezon City.